Hello everybody, that wrestling guy back yet again for another squash. It looks like I'm gonna have to push back my review another week. I know, I promised that I would have it out by the end of the month, but my computer is really going haywire these days. For some reason I can put up squashes, that's okay, but whenever I try to incorporate other videos into my original video, for some reason it just really doesn't like that. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to push it back. I'm sorry about that, but I figured rather than leave you with nothing for the next week, or maybe even 2 weeks, I just thought I'd do another squash for Raw this past Monday. And so yeah, I'm going to do Raw. Sorry again to all 8 of you. I really am. I'll make it up to you. Alright, so Raw. This is the second Raw, the taped, because they went overseas for a tour, so they were taped 2 Raws in the same location, one right after the other, and then showed them in consecutive weeks. Anyway, first match of the night is The Miz and Alex Riley versus Daniel Bryan and John Morrison. The deal with this is last week Daniel Bryan was humiliated and defeated on Raw because all this guy, like, he looked great at Night of Champions, but they really like making him a jobber bitch on Raw. And it's a shame because the guy's incredibly talented. Anyway, so yeah, they have the match, and Alex Riley is a nobody NXT jobber who was being mentored by The Miz. Oh, I have to ask this. Alex Riley lost NXT. Caval won NXT. And yet Alex Riley is on Raw every week, and Caval is on SmackDown losing. That makes sense to me too. Anyway, so they have their match with The Miz and John Morrison, and sure enough, the match is pretty damn good because 3 out of the 4 guys are talented and know what they're doing. And I'm a huge misfit. Yes, I am. So, The Miz and Alex Riley win after The Miz pins Daniel Bryan. Again! Afterwards, Daniel Bryan and The Miz are fighting on the outside, and John Morrison comes and tries to break it up, and I have to say, I'm saying, after that, Daniel Bryan he punches John Morrison for trying to get him off The Miz, and then he dives on the 2 of them, The Miz and John Morrison, and then we hear the text message noise, and the lights blink, and then, sure enough, Michael Cole, I received an email from the general manager, and I quote, and he says at Hell in a Cell there is going to be a triple threat submissions count anywhere match. Yeah. So there. So let it be written, so let it be done. So yeah, they're gonna do that. Match should be fine. The 3 guys are very good wrestlers, but it just seemed kind of odd. Like, I really hope, you'll see later, that this anonymous general manager thing will come to an end. It's getting old. It was old a month ago. So, okay, after... Oh, no. No! I don't want to do this. Why do I do this? So they have the Battle Royal to determine the number 1 contender. I could be cutting my balls off right now, and that would be more enjoyable than this... The girl... They don't... And look, I know you think that I'm being incredibly unfair, but they don't know what they're doing. The WWE just hires fitness models and shoves them in the ring and, like, with minimal training, and they don't know what they're doing. Alicia Fox, prime example. She is going to kill someone dead. But anyway, they have the Battle Royal to determine the number 1 contender, and while this is happening, Lay Cool, Michelle McCool, and Layla come out and provide their commentary on the match. So, I kid you not, this literally is all you hear. Girl talk for like 5 minutes. You can't pay attention to what's going on in the ring. Not that you'd want to, it sucks. But they're literally just like complimenting each other and calling everyone fat, although I challenge you to find a single woman in that ring that weighs more than 130 pounds. Challenge you. Anyway, the Battle Royal goes on, and then eventually Natalya is the winner. Natalya, by the way, being the only... See, I can't say anything positive about the women's division. The only talented diva I think they've got, aside from Beth Phoenix, who's out with injury. So Natalya wins, and she gets a title shot at Hell in a Cell, which is a week away. So, yeah, build. So that happens. And, oh, I didn't mention this, last week because I guess I just forgot. And anyway, there's a whole thing going on where Ted DiBiase and Maurice get, like last week on the Titantron, it was "I will have you soon," and they're both so conceited they each think it's them that's being stalked. Apparently, they both like the idea of being stalked. Anyway, this week they get a note that Maurice reads in French, but it's actually in English, and all it says is, "Next week you will be mine." In very bad marker, they show it to the crowd. It just looks like someone dashed it off in 2 seconds. It just looks like they could put more effort into it, that's all. I mean, anyway. So that happens, and they cut to commercial. They come back, and it's Seamus. Seamus comes out, and he proceeds to tell a story about how one time, way back in the Celtic days of yore, there were two princes who wanted to be king of the land. And so, for some arbitrary reason, it was decided there would be a race. And whoever won the race would be the king. And the one guy, who was losing, friggin' chops off his hand and throws it, and it lands in the area that they need to reach first, and he's declared the king. So yeah. And he goes, "I'll cut my hand off to be the WWE champion again." So, I like to see that, you know, I will order Hell in a Cell if they book that. Just watch the guy freaking meat cleaver his hand right off. I would love to see that. I like Sheamus, it's just, why would you say that? Anyway, he issues an open challenge, and sure enough, the Great Khali comes out, because every time anyone issues an open challenge, they bring out the guy who should be menacing because he's so damn big, but is so blasted immobile that he can't do anything, and Sheamus gets disqualified and beats the shit out of him with a chair. Yeah. So there's that. This is supposed to be building for his match against Randy Orton at Hell in a Cell.